I want to show you how I went from broke as hell, having negative bank accounts, over $10,000 in debt, being stressed and depressed. I only made less than $40,000 a year and I was a single mom. To now, I'm financially secure and stable. I have 6 months of my expenses saved. I am debt free. I am a homeowner and a whole lot more. I paid for my wedding in cash. I have invested and now I'm going to retire early, etc. The point here is that if I can do this, you can too. I did this prior to ever making this channel or this business, and so let me show you how I did it. There are two main categories here, which are mindset and budgeting. Just stick with me. The mindset piece is probably 80% or more of your journey. It is extremely important. So I had to shift to a mindset of gratitude at all times. And when I would start talking to myself bad or having negative thoughts, I would try to shift immediately to gratitude, and this changed my life. Every time I pay my bills, I say thank you to my money for paying my bills. That's just one example of gratitude. I had to shift from a mindset of lack to a mindset of abundance, not focus on what I didn't have, but focus on what I did have. I had to let go of the victim mentality, and I know this will trigger some people, but it's true. You cannot be a victim to your own life. I had to stop thinking that everything was everybody else's fault, and I had to take accountability for my situation and my actions, and I had to realize that in actuality, I was in control of my situation. This was very actually empowering. I had to train my brain to be my own cheerleader instead of constantly tearing myself down and doing negative self-talk. I had to retrain my brain to cheer myself on and celebrate my accomplishments. I had to constantly tell myself I can do hard things because things did feel hard in the beginning when I didn't know what I was doing. And I had to remind myself I can do it. I've done things harder than this before. Living in the struggle is hard by itself, and I was surviving that. I can do hard things. And adding one more thing here, consistency, because this is the key. I had to train myself to be consistent because there are some days where I just wanted to give up and go spend all my money. I had to be consistent with my plans. And the thing about it is, the more consistent I was, the more I began to trust myself and the more progress I made. On the budgeting side, I learned to create zero-based budgets, and this changed the game for me. I learned all about cash stuffing and started doing this religiously, and this really changed my relationship with my money and allowed me to actually see where my money was going and make good plans for it and stick to my plan. I had to learn about emergency funds and start prioritizing my savings because I learned that whenever you do not prioritize your savings and you don't have savings, you're going to stay in the check-to-check cycle. You're going to stay in the debt cycle. I learned about variable expenses and what that means and how to plan for them. And when you plan for them, you actually have the money for them and you don't have to steal from your other things. I started budgeting only on pen and paper. I stopped using budgeting apps because it's too easy to just disregard the charges. I wanted to get physical with my money, and so always pen and paper for me, even to this day. I created what I now call the MOP method, which is a monthly overview, organized calendar, and paycheck budgets. This allowed me to create plans for my entire month, see them all planned out on a calendar with my paychecks, and then budget my actual paychecks and see the actual amount I was getting paid, so I was budgeting out my real money. Doing it this way gave me plans and goals for the month, and then when I was paid, I could reference this easily, and it helped me create a realistic budget for myself and help me stick to the goals that I set. I also learned that learning about my spending habits was almost one of the most important things of this journey because it allowed me to create budgets that actually worked and that I could actually stick to, because they allowed me to still enjoy my money and enjoy the things that are important to me while also being able to hit goals. So I could go and eat McDonald's if I wanted to, and I could still hit my savings goal for the month because I built a budget that actually worked. If you made it this far into the video, I'm proud of you, and please let me know in the comments so that I can celebrate you, because just listening to this video is a good step in the right direction. Hopefully watching this has made you realize that you can do this no matter what your situation is. With time and consistency and good plans, you can change your life and you can take control of your money. Success and wealth and financial security does not happen by accident. It happens intentionally. You have to make plans and stick to them. You can do this. Go on my page. I do have a free training linked on there that you can take, and it should also give you some good tips and help you move forward. You got this, friend.